How you doing? All right, so I got Facebook Live. Sorry, I am 7 minutes late because obviously there's always gonna be technical difficulties. And with this all here, let's take a look and see what's going on. And yeah, so it's interesting. Sometimes Facebook like to log you off things, and you're like, "What is going on here?" But looks like things are coming back. So if this is your first time here, this is Ask Chi Anything. This is an opportunity for you to ask me any question on any topic, or if you have a topic you like to discuss, we could discuss. Tonight I don't really have anything special planned right now, because it's one of those Wednesday. But I do want to announce some special things that's going on the next couple weeks. So next week I am actually going to be again live on site, just like we did last couple like about a month ago. Where this time we are going to be live at Saving Grace. We're going to be doing a walkthrough throughout the underbelly, the background scene, the back scene of Saving Grace, which is a animal shelter here in Douglas County. And we get to go meet all kind of people, the executive director of Saving Grace. We're going to get to ask her question about the shelter, about the different animals there and the different services. And it's gonna be great. We're also gonna be able to see, it will be also a day where it is open to the public, and so we'll get to see, how the staff and volunteer work, how they work with the public. We might see some cute animals come through. It's gonna be really interesting and really wild to really see like how an animal shelter works in that format. And so I think it's gonna be really cool, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And yeah, so hey, did I get a haircut? I don't know, I'm always this awesome. And as far as you volunteer at Saving Grace, Kristen. Yeah, so right now it's pretty cool. So Saving Grace, it's a really great place to volunteer and help out. You get to meet all kind of people, and it's you get to see some like really cool stuff that's going on there. And so next week is where we're gonna do that. And are they open to see the animals again? Yes, they are very much open. Yeah, so I've been going there. I don't know if some of y'all have seen the pet of the week I've been doing. They're definitely open to the public. And there's as far as right now goes, I don't think they even have any mask requirements. So there are these customer care specialists that helps up with the public when they get in there, and are able to kind of provide you the needs and supports that you might have, and things like that. So it's gonna be really cool. And so how's my video? It's been like weird technical issue kind of day. So, but yeah, so next week we're gonna be going to Saving Grace directly and doing a tour. It's gonna be really fun, and it's gonna be a great opportunity for folks to like ask questions about what they're doing there, what the volunteer program is, if you've been interested in volunteering, or or if you're looking to adopt, what do you need to do to adopt, things like that, all kind of cool stuff. So, and I don't know. So just here, I'm not sure if my screen has frozen, because it looks like my screen is frozen, and I'm not quite sure if that is true. Am I frozen, or is it just me? It looks like I'm frozen, so I apologize. These computer things drives me freaking crazy sometimes. Let's see. You know what? I am gonna go ahead and restart, at least on the Facebook side, and let's see how it goes. Here. And all right, so I am going to just go ahead and just run off my laptop instead of my handy fancy GoPro camera, because sometimes things like that, like GoPro, just doesn't like to work like the way you want it to. So, anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it this way. Um, so all right, so switching cameras, looking good. So anyway, so tonight, I don't really have a specific plan. I am going to be starting to have more themes and topics ready for the next, next couple of months, just so that have more topics. But I do want you folks to, please put in your suggestion if there are any specific topics. You've been excited. We talked about anger, we talked about vulnerability, we talked about coming out. I'm open to any topic. We even have, guests where we're talking about breaking bread. We have, family dinner with some of my closest friends. We also had one where we talk about Black History Month, and and things like that. And I'm just super excited to kind of provide you guys with topic that y'all might be interested in. Some of the things I've been thinking a lot about is like talk about intersectionalities. What is that? What is that about? Why do we care? Some of the things like even about like housing as a human rights. What is that about? Because as a realtor, obviously selling, real estate is part of my career, but I also have certain, core belief around kind of, everybody deserve housing, and what does that look like, and how do we, come together for that. So that's something I've been thinking about. Even thinking about even the topic of authenticity. What does it mean to be authentic? Because we like to throw a lot of words around, be true to your heart, who you are, and what does that mean? And so just things like that will be, figure will be a great topic to talk about. Okay, Sierra Leanne, I love to hear from you on how one could be supportive from a family member who is coming out. Just, just love them and care them as if just any other things, so like when it come out to you, just say, like, just like continue to love them, support them, and make sure you also do your own research, because there are a lot of research out there, a lot of information on being a supportive sibling, parents, aunt, uncle, being a family member who's who will have somebody that's coming out. There's a lot of resources in that. If they're coming out in like being a trans or non-binary person, ask them what is it the preferred pronoun they want to use, and and honor that by using that actively. That's one of the topic that I do also want to talk about. Using the preferred pronouns, because that is a conversation that you know it's been going on as far as like why we care, why is this even a thing. And so I'm excited to have a conversation about that, a longer extensive conversation. We could definitely have one here right now, and I'm sure people have like curiosity, like I don't even think about pronoun all the time. I just it's just one of those like like English language, but but it's part of honoring and supporting people, individuals of who they are, and caring for them and respecting for who they are. And I know that as far as the English language, we don't have a lot of variety of ways to do that, and so sometimes it is a part of a struggle as far as the language concern, but it is part of just respecting somebody, honoring somebody, and just especially if this is somebody from your family, love them and support them, and use the pronoun they ask you for. That's a big deal. So, all right, Leanne said, I struggle with this personally with my little sister. I'm supportive of her decision completely, but half of my family has completely disowned her, and it breaks my heart. I wish I could change the way they have treated her. Unfortunately, sometimes there are those who in our family that are not going to be very supportive and loving. The main thing you get to do is like continue to support her. Don't abandon her now. This is not the time that you like, hey, I can't do this. Like, she clearly needs it. And Yeah, Kristen, I've been talking to you about hoping to start a friend of family and friends support group. So we are so if you know that we are part of the Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective, and we actually currently hosting several support group. So we're probably talking about friend and family support group, and so that is something. Because also another thing is like not only don't abandon your sister and continue to support her, but it might be part of your work if you choose to. It is a great honor to do that, is to have to do the education, the education work for with your family, with the other half, you know, because like sometimes people just don't know. Sometimes people just like this is like the first time having that experience. So what what can I do is having a conversation about even just again pronouns, having about conversation about gender identity, having conversation about sexual orientation. And if they never had that exposure, you know, especially if this is your family, don't come from frustration, come from love and care and say, hey, I want to have this conversation with you. Would you be open to have it? And, if they are, you got to just work one conversation at a time. If they aren't, then, you got to wait. Sometimes you just have to wait about. So, but yeah, so the family and friend support group, it's gonna be amazing. So I'm excited when Kristen starts that within the Umpqua Valley Collective, Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective. Sorry, I'm really tired. It's been a long couple days and such, but but I'm still here. I am committed to do this show. Ask you anything, and I keep looking up because I had a camera up there. Now I'm actually down here, so I apologize if you like wondering like where is this person looking at? So but I am committed to do the show for you and to commit to assisting you in any questions you have with regards to like anything on maybe real estate, life, queerness, LGBTQ, intersectionality, things like that. So okay, Sierra Leone said they are so set in their ways. They come from a very conservative religious family. I don't see them ever accepting it, unfortunately. And sometimes you kind of have to choose your battles. And again, the main thing is focus on what your sister needs. you know like it I bet it is hard for her to know that some people in her family are not accepting. Well, you can do is by continuing to accept her, support her, and love her for who she is, and make sure you show her that. And so as far as the family is up, if they never come around, they never come around. But if they, but at some point somebody will maybe figure it out, and it might take some time, and it might not. So yeah, that's all I could say. Anybody have chime in about supporting families, or who are people in your family coming out, and what that looks like, especially if like half of the family are not accepting. How do we support each other? How do we care and love each other? Those are ways, because I don't have all the answer. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have all the answer, but I am here to facilitate conversation, facilitate answer, be able to generate conversation that often that especially here in Douglas County might not often have happened. So I know that folks like yourself, Sierra, that you are probably love and care about your sister, and you just like, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Because where are the resources, where do I get help, who do I talk to? So I hope this is a space that you could do that. I am also considering doing a coffee hour coming soon, live in person coffee hour, and to be able to actually meet you guys, and and then for you to like have any question and just come, just sit down with us and just have coffee and stuff. Because as much as I love this format of really be able to talk to you over Facebook and over live, I think that in the like just kind of like the support group, having a kind of like a more casual conversation in a coffee house setting, that's might be a good way to kind of build community and build resources and build support. And that's a lot of the work that we do at the Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective, is really figure out ways to continue to build the LGBTQ community, support it, and really figure out a way to like disabilize and bring awareness of who we are, and what we do. A lot of activities is just being people, be people out in the community, doing things that people do, like hiking, like board games, like going out to dinner, and just being visible and being who we are. And it's really quite fun. And a lot of time we have amazing allies to come with us and enjoy the scenery with us. And that's all about, is that we are not people who are isolated from the rest of the world. We are not isolated from the rest of the community and from our family. And so, sometimes also, one of the conversation actually today, some of the members of the collective got to present as part of the LGBT plus panel for the community, creating community resilient organization. And one of the topic is like, yeah, coming out and family support. Some folks, like, like you said, half of the family not going to support you. But another thing is, what we have found, a lot of us, when we don't have that blood family support, we go find our chosen family. We go find who we ally with, who we support each me with, and that's how we've been able to kind of survive in this world. Because again, as I mentioned, we don't live in isolation. We live as a community, and we do what we can to kind of be together. And because otherwise, what's the point of being around? So Sierra, thank you for really showing up here, showing up for your sister, and showing up in general, because I bet it means so much to her that you are doing this work. So I applaud you. So, all right. Anybody else have any question? Anything? Because, like, again, I don't really have exact, you know, a topic for today, but next week we are going to be heading to Saving Grace. We're going to be doing a tour of Saving Grace. It's going to be hilarious, I bet. Today, actually, I did my typical video pet of the week, and I just, I think, what was the dog's name? Kurt Russell? Yeah, Kurt Russell. Now I could say I have been slobbered, kisses, and wetness by Kurt Russell, because it was really amazing. So I don't know what I get that when we're gonna do the show next week, but you'll see that on the Pet of the Week videos. So, anyways, so again, like, also, like, going forward, like, I am gonna be putting together more of a topic, more of a list, to kind of be able to engage folks. And so, if there are certain topics you guys are interested, please send it to me. Please DM me. Please put it in the chat anywhere, because again, this is for you. This is for my contribution to you. How can I be of service, help? And so we have a lot of amazing topic. So Royal said, "How is Boosie's doing?" Boosie is just a little rascal as much as he is. He's always, he got a little injury yesterday. Just for those who didn't know, he was playing, with something, and it was like a little kind of like uh bungee cord, and they typically have a hook at the end, and it hooked in his mouth, so it kind of almost fish hook him. Luckily, it did not puncture or anything. It did not, go through. But he was freaking out. He was freaking out. I got wound swab to show you that how much he freaked out. So, see, and trigger warning, I guess. But yeah, he really did not like that at all. But I wouldn't either, if I got fish hooked by something. But we got him out, and he was safe. He's sound, and he's running around just like a little rascal cat that he is. So yeah. So anyways, let's see. Okay, we got a couple people here with some chat. I have Instagram here also on. Let's see, got some interesting question here. So So somebody asked this earlier because I mentioned this a while ago. I don't know, was it on a call or just something, um, that I work in my bed sometimes. And so somebody asked how often do I work from bed? Um, I try to, I have this desk and this all these fancy setup and all that stuff, and but sometimes you just gotta hang out at the bed, and I would say maybe a half the evenings that I work out of bed because it's just what I have. Like I'll be like working and then I fall asleep, and maybe I'll wake up in the middle of the night, then get back and I work some more. So yeah. Oh hey Tara, thanks for coming. So this is actually anything, and next week we are going to actually go live on site at Saving Grace at one of the animal shelter here in Roseburg, and it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna go to see the back scene of Saving Grace and talk to the executive director, talk to the customer service people, the different staff, the cat team, dog team, even the volunteers and everybody. So it's gonna be really fun. So I know tonight is not as exciting because I don't really have a topic planned, but I do want to let people know that next week is gonna be really exciting. It's gonna be live at Saving Grace. So do definitely check us out next week. Let's see what else. What was I saying? Um, oh yeah, office. How often I work out? Yeah, in the bed more often than I need to, probably half the time. So Royal said, "I love to volunteer at Saving Grace." Yeah, you can. Go to the website. They have a very extensive volunteer application. Once you fill it out, the volunteer coordinator Cynthia Pope will contact you, and then we'll just have more. Probably send you more paperwork to kind of fill out, just kind of get understanding what you want to do and things like that. You know, they have some really cool spaces as far like the cat condos and the dogs and stuff. And oh, they already started to see some kittens. Oh my god, the kittens are so adorable. I just love them. I love the kittens, and I was like, oh, I don't know how long I could be here because I might take one home and and give and have like Lucy have a little sibling. So cross my fingers that don't happen or do happen. I don't know. So um, but yeah, so just and that. So also another thing is that us I'm planning the next couple months to have kind of more specific topics for folks so people know what kind of topic are we going on. Right now, I haven't really been planning too much, kind of a little haphazardly, so I apologize. But again, the Ask She Anything show is like a very open forum, very much open to like whatever works for y'all, whatever question that people like. That's kind of the point of the show is that is open to you guys. But as we go, forward to the next couple months, I do want to, I know that people like to know, like, what topic are we talking about, and so the topics we had previously were, we had talked about anger, we talked about, uh, uh, we talked about vulnerability, we talked about coming out, we had shows about, you know, Black History Month and Breaking Bread, and let's see what else. Just a lot of different ones. So but as we goes on, I want to give you guys like a little bit more variety and a little bit more kind of structure show because I know again people literally asking me on Facebook like, "Hey, what's the next topic?" And it's a little. I know it's a little convoluted when you like I can't tell you exactly what I'm planning because I don't really have anything planned because again this has been a free flowing thing. But I do hear you. Therefore, I am going to start, providing you guys more structure. So I love any feedback y'all have about it. So, okay. You can't hear the audio. Really? Is the audio not working anymore? Let me take a look. Can you not hear anymore? Hello? Do you hear the audio? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's fine for me. Okay, so So, Sierra, I'm sorry. You might want to check your mute button because I don't know what's going on. So Tara said, "Do you think you end up adopting another pet doing your pet of the week?" I hope not. I really hope I don't do it because I am maxed out with a 100-pound dog, with my rascal of a cat, and I'm actually fostering a cat for a friend who's currently homeless right now. So just oh, great, Sierra, great, good job, you got it. Okay, I had to close out and reopen. Yeah, sometimes these apps like kind of weird. So, anyways, I really hope I don't have to adopt another cat or another dog, but it's really tempting, really tempting. So I don't know. I did that about like, Bootsy really need another buddy. Daisy is great, but I think she's getting a little tired of like getting jumped on. It's like a little predator, no, little alien thing. It's like and and Daisy plays, but it kind of gets too much. Uh, I have a cat for adoption. Really, you gonna try to pawn me your cat now, Royal? Which one is the cat for adoption now? What do you have, like 10 cats? So, yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna be just say it's gonna be very specific. It's gonna have to match my dog and my cat, and so whatever the craziness of that between is gonna do, and it's gonna be like as excitable as the cat, and as lovable as the cat as a dog. And I don't know where would that be. Maybe I'll have a Frenchie. Who knows? Like I've been thinking about. Like I actually okay. This is not necessarily a healthy thought. I feel because when I got Daisy, I was like, she's adorable. She looks like little like gigantic Frenchie dog, but in a gigantic way. And what if I get a little Frenchie dog for her so she can have a little buddy? Yeah, this is where my dog goes. How do I get a puppy for my dog to play with? A Frenchie dog, so she could walk the little Frenchie. This is why this is where boundaries get. So maybe we'll have a conversation about boundaries. Boundaries good. No more dogs. No more dogs. Maybe another cat, but no more dogs. So Frenchie are so cute, but a lot of health problems. Yeah, I don't I can't deal with more of the. Yeah, we love Frenchie. Frenchie's so cute. Come on, go get that place. Like, oh, cute. Oh, and last week I got to be part of this digital media summit with one of the greatest coach I have ever met, Krista Mershore. And guess what? I was up front in the front of the summit, and when she's like holding her Frenchie dog and her little baby Frenchie, who was like what, like 10 weeks old, in her back, and she was like, who wants to hold it for me? Guess what? I'm gonna do it. I gotta hold her, like a little Frenchie dog up, when she was sleeping and all stuff. It was so amazing. I almost thought I want to take it home, but I should. I can't. So, but it was so cute. Yeah, there were like 3 Frenchies. There were Pepper, the bigger older dog. There was the sister who was actually a little bigger, and there was Stormy, which she called like a shit storm, and was like a little smaller. It was like the runt of the 2 babies. The one was like twice the size, and then Stormy was like small. But then apparently, Krista called it the shit storm because she just yeah. So anyway, I got that to do that as I at the same time learned from one of the most amazing coach I have ever met. So I just was really honored and stuff. So if I'm not saying I will do it, but if I get to do a pet of the week and it's a Frenchie dog, you might see that it might not even go. The video might not even end up on the show because I might just adopt it myself. Yeah, no. This is why Saving Grace do not give me a Frenchie. Do not. Or yes, do. No, yes, yeah. So yeah. I feel like they gotta be a Frenchie rescue somewhere, right? Shouldn't there be a Frenchie rescue? Like, they got health problems, so some people just have to like give it away. Yeah. So anyway, I know my little craziness over Frenchie is just like so cute, so cute. Uh. Oh yeah. Well, so with your 6 cats, you gotta adopt a Frenchie too. Your cat's gonna eat the Frenchie. I feel like if I get a Frenchie, it's gonna boss Daisy around, my big 100-pound dog, and it's gonna be hilarious. Would you guys want videos of that? Of my little Frenchie dog bossing my big 100-pound dog? Yeah, like you already see my little cat beating up my dog. What if the cat and the puppy and the Frenchie puppy beat up my dog? That would be hilarious and horrible and awesome in so many different levels. So many different levels. So, anyways, uh, wait, Tara, do you have a Frenchie? Are you telling me you have a Frenchie? And is it a rescue Frenchie? Or are you just teasing me? You have a Frenchie and it's a rescue? Where is that? Where do you do that? Where do you find that? I don't. Oh, this is not a good information to let me know. This is not. Yes. Yeah, definitely. Feel free to put the information on the chat. I'm sure other people, or just DM me so other people won't know. Yeah. So, oh my goodness, this went to like a rabbit hole of Frenchiness. Rabbit hole of Frenchiness. Like I'm just this blows my mind. Rescue Frenchie. So I yeah, yeah, like so in the next episode we'll have a Frenchie rescue tour. Who knows? And you will see me rescue a Frenchie. And here's my Frenchie dog. So wow. Yes, please. Please show me the dog tomorrow. Oh gosh. Tara, this is funny. This is awesome. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming on the call, on the show, and it's hilarious. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's still staying on, even though it'll be this ranchy rant, because I love animals, as you might have clearly seen. I love doing the Pet of the Week with Saving Grace. I will say, what you see on those videos are after like what about like maybe 10 ticks, 10 cuts, because there's no such thing as having corruptive animals, especially when a very excitable dog that just want to give you so much love and kisses. Yeah, it's a little hard to do a little clip that is like good. But I love them. It's fun. I get to meet all these amazing volunteers and staff. Like I would say, Saving Grace has one of the best animal shelter staff I've seen. I personally have, like about 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago, have volunteered at the Oakland Animal Shelter back in California, and I spent 5 years volunteering there. And they have like one of the top notch volunteer program there, in staff program. And that was many years ago. I was such a baby at that time. But Saving Grace actually really impressed me with the level of care and support. Like I got to meet one of the vets today, and they do like spay and neuters program, and they just have a lot of different programs going on right now. One of the things that is actually really exciting, I remember, so what they have a new program, a new event coming up on May 21st, I believe. It's called Barks and Rex. It is a outdoor event that they have a lot of different things. So I have the good. Okay, Tara, did your yoga commitment before bed. This was fun. Thanks for coming, Tara. I really appreciate it. We'll talk tomorrow. All right. So yeah, talking about Saving Grace, like they just have one of the best programs I've seen, and they really like figured out how to get the animals adopted, and then get the animals back to the rightful owners and stuff. And that's in a county that surprisingly have a really high population of animal being needed rescue. Because our county really is like only what, like 100,000 people, but they have like thousands of animals all the time. And during kitten season, they are so packed with kittens. It's not even funny. And so I'm really impressed. I know that during COVID, a lot of their they weren't allow certain people go inside, or there were mass restriction and a lot of stuff. But as of right now, I can see that I think they pretty much open all the way. And in addition to being open, they also even increase added additional hours. So that's why next week we're gonna do this show. 6 o'clock, 6 to 7 Wednesday night. We're gonna be at seventh grade. Typically, they close before 6. So we got this opportunity with this new open hours to do the show there. So it's gonna be really amazing. So I'm just super excited there to be able to have this show there. So, anyways, we are still only 38 minutes to go, and I feel like I've been talking a lot. So, um, anybody else have any questions? Anything? Give me some iced tea going. Let's see. So somebody asked me what my favorite scent is. That's an interesting question. Um, I like I like the scent of lavender. I also like purple lavender, kind of same thing. I'm actually really amazed that I have this little lavender pillow thing where I put next to my bed, and it smells amazing. So that is something that I really like, and it really helps me sleep well. So if people are interested in that, there is the Lavender Festival coming up in July here in Douglas County, and if people are interested, I'll give you more information. But it is a pretty darn amazing, event, the Lavender Festival. I think we might even do like kind of like a little field trip from the uh, from the Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective out to the Lavender Festival. So, all right, let's take a look at what else we got here. Let's see, I'm just browsing some of the questions that people have sent me. Okay, one here is where do you want to retire? This is a really interesting question. Where do I want to retire? I well, I hope to have a family here. I hope to meet my partner and have my family here in Douglas County. So I don't know would I retire someplace else. Because the idea like retiring feel like that is different from your home is a little interesting. But I feel pretty good about being here, and if retirement being here, that's fine with me. Going on vacation, I would love to go on vacation like places like Ireland. So okay, think about going. I'm very interested in essential oil, so that it will be fun. Yeah, so the lavender festival. So yeah, Kristen, that is something I definitely want to do, like a little field trip, like a little queer outing for us. So ooh, queer outing. I think we just got another thing. Queer outing. It's a little queer field trip to the different events. We could do the art festival. We could do the lavender festival. There's the blackberry festival. There's Spark and Rex. Like, oh my gosh, lots of great idea. Oh hey Cherry, hey, how's it going? How are you? You got any quick question for me? You got anything like you're really interested to say? You know, so just to kind of for people who are showing up like in have any curiosity. So people here, we got Chair Angelica, we got Kristen Young, we got Royal Dameda, and let's see who else. These are some of our new collective members at the Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective. We'll be, eventually we're going to introduce you guys to people. Let's do a queer expeditions! Yes! 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 This is gonna be so much fun. So, and if you have any question, if you don't, if this is the first time you're hearing about the Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective and all the cool things we do, please, find us on Facebook or DM me or anybody that you see here. We would love to talk to you about the group, about what we do. we are still new to the area. We just started in February, but lots of stuff, good stuff going on. We got some amazing, support groups happening. The LGBTQ youth support group. We have a women's support group. We've been doing game nights and dinners and we have this big event coming up next month. A big queer party next month in the park. So if you're interested, go to our Facebook page, find out what more about it. Let me see. Maybe I could find the our Facebook page and I could just share you guys the link because why am I hiding it? I could just share you the link. Let's see. Curious if I could just do this. Can I just type it in and does it work? I don't know. I don't know if it works like that. Oh my god, technology! I don't get you. I can't quit you though. Okay, let's see how that works. Ah, yes. Okay, I think I've posted the link there, so that's good. Lavender Festival sounds fun. I've never been and can always use lavender. Yes, I I feel like I've been there, but it was too hot, then I'd have to go. So, but hopefully this year won't be as hot, and we could go maybe as a group, and it'll be a fun, queer outings. I'm just gonna call it queer outings. I don't care, like that's the thing. Is like one of the things we do at the Umpqua Valley Rainbow Collective is visibility. We are here to show, you know, the community that we are here. One of the interesting at the LGBTQ panel today. One of the first question, literally the first question is, do LGBTQ folks live? Are there any LGBTQ folks in Douglas County? And when I saw that question, I was like, ooh, like all these people, we are here, we are queer, and we love y'all, and we, just to say, hold down your comment, and you should be able to pin it. That is a lot of technology. I'm not quite sure how to do. So, I'm doing it. So I'm using this platform that's not just doing it on Facebook. I'm actually able to stream this show live right now to my Facebook business page as well as YouTube, and I might potentially even go to Twitch. So I don't exactly know how to do that here in this particular space, but I know how. I know that it does go to different things. Uh, so I apologize if I have no idea what I'm doing because that's what I do. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, so and let's see what else is happening. Okay, we are 6:49. We got about 11 more minutes before we're done. And thank you for people with dealing with all my technical difficulties. That's the thing about live show is that things happen. What are you using platform wise? I am using this app, this website called Melon. So it is Melon app here. Let me see if I could put here Melon app. Did it show up? So it's called the Melon app, and we need another queer dinner soon. Yes, we do. We did a collective one just so everybody could meet, but we need a big one where folks in the community. But so right now our big event is coming up for the one in May. So maybe we could do one before, we could do one after. I'm not sure. So Cherry, I would love if you would like to put something out there. Is if it's for the collective, put them out in the collective about getting some dates in for people because we would love to have another dinner. I'm just gonna say out loud that I not always the one who's able to kind of organize a lot of these things. So, but I really wholeheartedly appreciate you, Cherry, for coming on. So I fully support you for helping us organize another dinner. Just so you know. Let's see what else. So we got 4 people in. We got all kind of stuff going, and lots of exciting things going on. Let's see. I'm gonna go see about another question that people have left me a while back. So, okay, here's a question. If you could give a piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Just you know, don't let fear hold you back, because that is one thing that I would say is fear has held me back from a lot of amazingness, from a lot of beauty, from putting myself out to love, to be authentic, to be to even like it's still fear holds me back a lot right now. And so for my younger self and for anybody who's listening, who's seeing this, if you can step out of your fear and step into your strength, step into your courage, step into your bravery, do it, because you never know what are you missing just because you're afraid. And I have said this before, I'm going to say it again. Will Smith had this wonderful line, and this was a line that he said about skydiving. He said, um, God put the best thing in life on the other side of fear. So if that is something that you are, really interested in finding out what the next level is, step out of your fear and step on the other side of fear. So, all right, Travis Luther, how long do you think mortgage rates are going to stay this high? Um, so I'm not a mortgage lender, but from most people I've heard who are in the mortgage industry, those are the lenders as well as financial advisors. They have said that because the Feds are planning to have additional 6 or 7 more rate increases over the next year or two, this the mortgage rates not only will stay this high, will continue to go up. And so this is not an anomaly of where. And so just kind of give you a little econ 101 when it comes to mortgage and when it comes to like interest rate and things like that. So when things are feel inflated because of, and a lot of time things are inflated because either they think that there's too much easy access to money, like because the interest rate is so low that it was cheaper to get loans, was cheaper to get use your credit card or stuff like that. That allows people to have a lot more money to go buy stuff. And when you have a lot more money to buy stuff, sometimes it inflates their cost, like just like the housing market right now. Yeah, when there's so many buyers in the market and not so many homes to buy, that inflates the value of the home, because there's when you have a listing, you have 3 to 5 people are competing in it in offers, and then inflates the price. So what the Feds and the economists have decided that in order to kind of pull back this inflation, not just in home mortgages but other areas in the economy, in the market, is by reducing the flow of money, flow of cash. And how they do that? By making it more expensive for people to borrow. So that's how they do it, is that now, instead of having like, let's say 10 buyers in the market looking at the same house, with the increase of mortgage rates, it really essentially priced up a lot of those people. And you now have only 5 buyers instead of 10, because those other 5 buyers are now priced out, because what they were able to afford with those lower interest rate are now uh, more expensive. But because of how much of really supply and demand issue right now, because is you still have a lot of people buying, so we'll continue to keep inflating the value of homes right now. And we do not expect to see home price here in Douglas County to be like the last year or two. Last year was 16-17% increase in average sales price. We probably predict the average about 3 to 5%, which is pretty standard. And really, the previous 5 years is about 3 to 5%, kind of like going on about inflation. Um, so I hope that answered your question, Travis, and that was something to be helpful. If you have any more questions, you're welcome to ask them here, or you're welcome to, direct message me, and I'll be happy to answer you. Also, my phone number is in various places, so you can find. You also could call me and contact me as well. All right, so Cherry, so you have yes, we can only grow outside of our comfort zones. Yes, yes. I'm gonna say like y'all see me here every week. This is you. I know people think that this is easy for me. It's not. It's hard. But I would say in the last 4 months, 3 4 months I've been doing this, I would say I've grown tremendously through this process, and I have grown as a person, as a you know like even before this, people will say, "Hey, Chime, you're a community leader." I I hesitate to step into that role. I hesitate to step in that thing because I was in fear. So when I am breaking out my fear in this work, in the collective, in other areas, I'm stepping into this leadership role, which I'm not saying like I'm, stroke my egos or anything like that. It's that I am humbled that I can be in this space and in this role to do that work for our community. And in being in real estate as well, it's like I am very humbled that I get to serve my client to the best of I can too. So all right, we have 2 more minutes before we closing out the show. I do apologize that due to technical difficulties, I was not able to get on the show on time. But I am still committed. Just so you know, if you don't happen to see me on time, it's just something is happening. But I am committed to do this show every Wednesdays from 6 to 7 to be of service. And next week is gonna be an amazing show with saving grace and everything. You guys gonna have a good time. We're gonna have so much animal love. We're gonna see all the cool people and things like that. So, and I hope you all get to join me next week to experience that because it's gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna be bringing my laptop. We're gonna be strolling around, and hopefully the internet in at the shelter is good. So we'll see. All right. I know, right? Fun. You know what? I'm also I'm thinking about having more guests. I'm thinking about having more people on. So if there are people you think that I should have on the show, and you think that people will find it really interesting to hear from, I would love to have them on. So please, so you'll be saving next week this time. Yes, yeah. Ask She Anything is the same time, 6 to 7 every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 6 to 7, I am live here. And if you don't see me at 6, usually it's a technical issue, but I'm going to be live every week, 6 to 7 every week. So tell your friends. So whatever the technical issue is, whatever the screen is, whatever's going on, we're going to make this happen. All right, 7 o'clock. I am excited. I will see y'all next week, and we'll see you guys at Saving Grace. Okay, bye.